are just around the corner. And if you're looking for those last minute gift ideas, we're speaking with Stefanie O'Connell to learn more about how we can get shopping done and help out small businesses. Thank you so much for joining us today. So the holidays are obviously going to look a little different for a lot of folks out there, but do you have any last minute tips for shoppers out there that are doing last minute shopping?
Yeah, well, like you said, the holidays, like everything else in 2020, looking a little bit different this year. And last minute holiday shopping is too. People don't want to be out in crowds. So what can people do to find gift ideas, find inspiration, and really maximize not only value, but also impact? Well, one of the things they can do is support their own local businesses. So you're not going to the big chains and doing the doorbuster deals this year. Not a good idea with social distancing. But what you can do if you're not comfortable walking around your main street and seeing your local businesses' storefronts is you can go utilize tools like Facebook's tool, Businesses Nearby, to explore the local stores in your own community, spending your dollars where it counts with small businesses, woman-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses, and so many of the other businesses that have been disproportionately affected by the pandemic. If you're looking for ideas, you want something personal, creative, and you want to make an impact, Businesses Nearby is a great tool for finding all of those things.
And for those small business owners out there, how can they make the most of this shopping season?
Yeah, so for small business owners, it's so important to establish a digital and online presence if they haven't already. Now, they may not have the resources to set up their own website and their own e-commerce platform, but what they can do is take their social media pages, like their Facebook page and their Instagram page, things they probably already have set up and are free and easy to use, and offer their products directly through Facebook Shops, Instagram Shops. They can communicate directly with consumers through Facebook Messenger about different kinds of health and safety protocols like curbside pickup, adjusted in-store shopping hours, anything else people need to know, like when they need to order by in order to get their to allow time for shipping to receive their orders on time for the holidays. These are all ways that we can leverage these online tools to create more of that in-store experience for consumers, even though shopping looks a little bit different.
So this has all been really great information. Do you know where our viewers can go to learn more?
Yeah, so to learn more about these tools and really how to leverage them and use them, especially for small business owners, you can go to facebook.com/season of support.
Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
You can always find this segment and more on our website at firstcoastliving.net.